loss in this matchup against Atlanta. That loss pulls them even in the season series at 1-1. This game will be hard fought on both sides, no doubt.
And you don't have to go too deep into the box score to figure out why they lost that one. They just had an inability on that day to make shots.
You know, sometimes we talk about a defense getting into the heads of the opposing players, Greg, but...
The Hawks trail by 7. Schroeder kicks to Splitter. Back to Teague. Splitter sets a screen for Teague. And stolen by Biyombo. And oh, here we go. DeRozan, nobody back. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Raptors.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight. And that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
And he gets it to go.
Worked that one inside nicely.
I want everyone here in the Air Canada Center to get on up and cheer on your game back.
So a moment now to see the story on Jeff Teague. How his last 10 games have gone. He's putting up 9 points a game, 7 assists, and just love his anticipation. All those steals. He's always a step ahead, reading plays before they develop.
Well, he's sneaky. I mean, you don't think he's watching you, and then all of a sudden, he's got the ball heading the other way.
Powell, he's jacked in for the Raptors. Looking at the last game for the Atlanta Hawks, it was a win against the Bulls.
And really an emphatic win for them, especially considering that it came in an opponent's building, and there's no question it was their offense that carried them.
I love the way they went and got this game, Greg. I mean, they attacked at every opportunity, never relaxed or sat back, and as a result, they eventually pulled away.
Now, here's Schroeder, guarded by Robinson. That's good.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Here's Powell. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
Assistant, Dennis Schroeder.
Here's Robinson. Last time out, he had 13 points. And the one thing Thiago Splitter gives you every year, Clark, is consistency. The numbers, the effort, the results, all very familiar every year.
Yeah, his game is really built on the intangibles. He hustles, he knows where he's supposed to be, he gets to the right spot at the right time, crashes the boards, takes charges. He does all the little stuff.
The shot by Powell, no good. The Hawks trail by 5. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
You see the benefit of knocking down baskets consecutively because it leads to the confidence growing and growing.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Robinson passes to Powell. Back to Robinson. Shot clock at 6. Rebounded by the Hawks. Splitter kicks it over to Schroeder. Back to Scott. Stolen by Joseph. Here's Powell. Outside Robinson. There's the pass to Joseph. Robinson goes in. Kicks it to Joseph. Toronto needs to get off a shot. And it's Robinson that time on the assist from Joseph. Robinson's got his first 3 points of the game.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Yeah, the great field goal percentage to start, exactly what they were hoping for.
And stolen by Biombo. Here's Powell. He's guarded by Schroeder. Robinson dishes to Powell. Back to Robinson. Robinson can't get that one to fall.
They've got a narrow edge here in rebounding early on. You wonder how much that'll play going forward.
Yeah, it's a game of inches, and every play counts.
To the wing right side. Hawks passing it around. Teague with the ball. Powell on him. Tries again. And Splitter with the layup.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Robinson passes to Joseph. Back to Robinson. Out to the right wing. Shoots. Scott pulls it in.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Down low. Plays it up and banks it in. Now just a 4-point Toronto lead.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
And here is Joseph. Here's Robinson. Cannot hit. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's the Raptors. They lead by 4. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And power forward Patrick Patterson, getting better every season. He said that his college career at Kentucky really helped prepare him for his life as a pro.
I think my 3 years at Kentucky, caused what I am now, as far as being a sound player, a guy who's not all about himself, who puts his team first and who works hard and who doesn't talk back, who doesn't do the negative things. He's a team player, he's a team guy, and he works hard.
Patterson, Clark, exactly the guy he says he is, and that's why he's one of those glue guys you've got to have on your team.
Yeah, Velcro valutility, I call him, the kind of guy who his teammates just love. I mean, they know he's always going to have their back, and he's always going to work hard. He's going to do what he's supposed to do and be where he's supposed to be and do it when he's supposed to do it.
Move the ball and stick it too much.
And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. What do you guys think about the Raptors here in this one?
Really active hands early on here as they're able to acquire several steals.
Well, they've really been aggressive guys on defense, and it's paid off, so why stop? Keep it up.
DeRozan at the 2 with Ross playing the 3. Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. And it's Lowry in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Thunder, boy, was he tremendous. He finished with 13 points, and he was on target the whole contest. Very few misses from him all night. He was just too much to handle as he came off the bench to turn in a great outing, guys. They hope it continues.
And thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified.
Yeah, I think they'll be a little afraid. I mean, anybody who saw that game has to still be in awe of what he was able to do. Just absolutely dominant.
Boy, I tell you, he was in such a rhythm and on a roll. He could have won that game all by himself.
Horford with a screen on Lowry. Shooter kicks to Horford. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. A chance here now for a three-point play.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside. Yeah, and Al Horford really has become one of those elite two-way big men. And that's very rare. You look at most bigs in the NBA, they excel at either one end or the other, but this is one of those guys.
One shot.
Combo, he's checked in for the Raptors. Robinson comes in for Terrence Ross. And then for Atlanta, Chris Humphries has checked in for Horford. Cephalosha comes in for Kent Bazemore. And it's Teague in for Kyle Korver. Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. They set the pick. DeRozan dishes to Robinson. Can't hit, so Atlanta will take it the other way. And Horford at 6'10", a natural power forward who's been pressed into duty at the center spot, but he holds his own on the low block.
He also does a really good job, Kevin, moving his feet and covering in space, covering the pick and roll. He's outstanding in that regard, which is important in today's game. He's got mobility and a high IQ.
Lowry drives in. Count the bucket. Lowry's got the lead up to 13 now for the Raptors.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Picked by Humphries. Cephalosha passes to Humphries, and the layup falls. Humphries has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Pass to DeRozan. Pulls up. High post. No good.
Well, use his body well to lean around the defender. It's always going to be difficult to convert that shot, though.
And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
And here's a look at the stats for Biyombo. They've gotten some big performances from him since the All-Star break. He's averaging 8 points, 11 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. And his defensive presence inside, not to be overlooked. He builds a wall around the basket.
You know, over this last whole stretch of games, I mean, he's been shutting down the lane with absolute authority.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Schroeder with the ball. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Teague. Well, always interesting to check out the first-year stars of the NBA. And on that list are the rookies who have been almost automatic from the field this past month. Freak number 1.
And his confidence is going to keep growing if he continues shooting like he has over the past month.
And what I like about him is he rarely pulls the trigger unless he has a quality look, an open look. And he's cagey and crafty in how he creates room for himself to get a shot off. Well, I love his offensive presence. A lot of poise he plays that end of the floor with.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Valanciunas against Millsap. Pass to Schroeder. Over to the left wing. Teague with a clean look. Atlanta again missing. To the inside. Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. The wide open look here for DeRozan. Off target from outside. The Hawks trail by 16. Here's Cephalosha. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
That's his third personal foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as he'd like.
And somehow it's become a real struggle at the free throw line. He's lost his way there. I mean, he's not having anywhere near the same success he had there last season.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Damari Carroll's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas for DeMar DeRozan. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Cephalosha hits both of them.
You know, even though they're behind, I love the job they've been doing getting to the free throw line.
We always like it when you're aggressive and not settling.
Joseph dishes to Powell. Passes it to Robinson. There's a screen. To the wing on the left. Here's Joseph. Hits it from three-point range. And the Raptors lead by 17. Now here's Schroeder. The dish to Splitter. Cephalosha passes to Schroeder. Feeds it to Splitter. Hawks passing it around. Cephalosha kicks it over to Schroeder. Just 4 to shoot. Dishes to Teague. From deep. Atlanta gets it back. Schroeder kicks to Splitter. He feeds it to Schroeder. Here's the 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
And really, I thought what was the difference in that game? Offensive rebounding or the lack thereof. A lot of one-and-dones in that game.
Yeah, offensive rebounding to me is all about heart. The willingness to get in there and mix it up, do your work early, get to that inside position. And I didn't see any of that fight from them.
For Toronto, they have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Second free throw, no good.
And guys, you hear about how the Hawks are the jokingly referred to as the Spurs of the East. It has to do with their coach, Mike Budenholzer, who's really brought that philosophy here to Atlanta.
Toronto leading by 18. Carroll kicks to Biyombo. And stolen by Scott. Here's Teague. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
And how about that one-man fast break?
I love the power finish at the end of it, too.
Well, you just watched Jeff Teague. He's a natural scorer. Clark, he's also made steady improvement as a playmaker.
Yeah, you look at his assist rate, Kevin, well in the top 10 in the league. He's cut down on his turnovers as well. You can tell he's starting to really figure it out in the game and slowing down for him.
And Joseph kicks to Robinson. 1:15 left to play in the first half. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Scott. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. Ahead. And it's Toronto with the rebound. They led by as many as 18 points.
And Teague's also athletic. You know, sometimes you forget that. I mean, this guy's got the tools also to be a terrific defender. And I still think he's developing consistency at that end of the floor.
Even with the D lurking, he made it look easy with the soft finger roll.
Second personal foul.
And speaking of Jeff Teague's defense, I mean, his rebounding, I think, could also be a little higher. I mean, with his bounce, he can get in there and grab a few more.
You look at what Teague has done so far. He's got 10 points and a decent little assist total for him, too.
No doubt they'd like to see that carry over to the rest of the team. Get good assist numbers all the way around. And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
For Toronto, they have shot 5 of 8 from the foul line. Free throw good. Robinson. Kyle Korver. He's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. And so he makes both from the line. 40 seconds left in the second quarter. Outside Teague. Splitter sets a screen. Korver dishes to Scott. In the corner, Cephalosha with it. He kicks it to Korver. Outside Teague. That doesn't go in either for Teague.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Robinson passes to Biyombo. All sorts of time. That's good. And the Raptors lead by 16. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Raptors lead by 16. We'll be back shortly live from the Air Canada Centre in downtown Toronto.
All right, guys. Great first.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
Go for a different look here. Biyombo is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Terrence Ross comes in for Patrick Patterson. Corey Joseph's checked in for Damari Carroll. Robinson is subbed in for Kyle Lowry. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Splitter is checked in for Horford. Humphries comes in for Paul Millsap. Tavo Cephalosha is checked in for Kyle Korver. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for T. On the court for Atlanta, Cephalosha is out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Kent Bazemore. Then it's Splitter, and it's Humphries in at the 4 slot. Schroeder kicks to Humphries. Here's the screen. Splitter sets a screen. Clock at 6. Splitter with a screen on Robinson. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Oh, that's a close call there on the illegal screen.
But I'd go along with it, Greg. I mean, it didn't look like his feet were set to me.
Powell, he's checked in for Toronto. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Scotty's checked in for Chris Humphries. Raptors leading by 19. Robinson up top. He's guarded by Schroeder.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
Lets it go from 11. Robinson misses. Atlanta's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And Bazemore kicks to Scott. The Hawks working the ball around. Drills the three-pointer.
Mike Scott.
Scott's got 9.
What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Back to Robinson. To the inside, Ross. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Robinson's got his 4th assist in this one. Schroeder kicks to Scott. Launches it. That's good. Scott's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the 3rd for the Hawks.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Robinson kicks to Ross. And the foul called on Bismack Biyombo. That's foul number 2 for him. And Toronto making a change here. Valanciunas is checked in.
Jonas Valanciunas.
The Hawks trail by 15. Cephalosha kicks to Scott. The feed now to Bazemore. He dishes it to Schroeder. From deep. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line. After a rookie season in which he really struggled, Dennis Schroeder made big strides last year.
Yeah, I think pretty much dramatic improvements across the board, Kevin. Really a most improved candidate for sure. He solidified that reserve unit for the Hawks, in my opinion.
That free throw, no good.
And Dennis Schroeder out of Germany, his teammates give him a hard time about putting mayonnaise on everything. He eats a turkey burger with mayo before every game. And let me tell you, no need to change because he's settling in just fine.
He hits the second from the line. And Schroeder, who's out of Germany, a pretty wealthy country, but he had a pretty hard scrabble upbringing.
Yeah, you know, he had some brushes with authority early on in his life. He's still relatively young, so in the past, I think he's in a really ideal situation in Atlanta right now, though.
And he nails the 3rd.
You look at what Schroeder has done so far. He's got 8 points and a huge helping of assists as well.
No doubt about it. He's the conductor, the band leader, Clark, and this offense has really performed at a high level.
Powell dishes to Robinson. Off target with the open look.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
And finished off by Scott.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Outside Robinson. Out to the right wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Powell, covered by Cephalosha. Here's Atlanta now. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Now we have a chance to see the teams that have been the NBA's best three-point shooters this month. In the third spot, the Hawks.
I tell you what, when you have a month like this, the way they've been shooting it, you feel like the basket is 3 times as big as normal. I mean, it's hard to maintain this level of productivity, but we'll see if they can make it happen.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That's good from Schroeder. Tamari Carroll's checked in for Valanciunas. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Toronto leading by 9. Robinson passes to Joseph. Kicks it to Powell. The floater. Scott pulls it in.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
And here's Cephalosha for 3, and he gets the bucket. Cephalosha's got 5 points so far.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just shooting game shots.
Now here's Joseph, defended by Scott. Looking to end the drought. He takes it up and lays it in. Joseph's got his second basket of the night.
And the game of basketball is one of runs, and right now this one's definitely not over.
No, it certainly isn't. I mean, if they string together a few more baskets and get a couple of stops, I mean, this game will be tight again just like that. So stay tuned.
And the basket good. 12 points for him.
And all of a sudden, the shots now falling in bunches. The complexion of this game has completely changed.
Yeah, and that was the only thing that could have brought him back in this game. Everything had to start dropping. And boy, have they gotten on a roll.
Robinson kicks to Joseph. There's the screen. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Robinson. Scott pulls it in. Scott's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
He continues to struggle from the field. But luckily for him and his team, his teammates have been able to pick him up and get the job done.
And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the defense.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Hawks making a change here. Korver's checked in. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Toronto leading by 5.
Clock is clearly on their side.
Exactly, and they can hold it for the last shot, and I think they will.
And Joseph kicks to Robinson. The pass to Joseph. From deep 3-point range. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's the Raptors. They lead by 5. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the 4th quarter. A terrific game so far. Biombo, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Robinson is subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Then for the Hawks, Splitter comes in for T. And Mike Scott subbed in for Kyle Korver. Robinson in at point guard. Jamari Carroll is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Biyombo at the 5. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. The Hawks trail by 12. Outside Millsap. And stolen by Biyombo. Here's Carroll. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assists. Robinson's got 5 assists tonight. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Toronto.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And also, I've been extremely impressed with their interior D. Their rim protection has been as good as it gets.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Humphries. Corver comes in for Scott, and it's Teagan for Splitter. Corver against Carroll. Good chance here for T. Gets a very good look and converts. There's a minute 47 left to play in the final quarter. DeRozan against Corver. And DeRozan. Here we go. Good work defensively by Horford.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
T. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
You know, huge height advantage there. But because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Rosen dishes to Carroll. The shot is off. Good work defensively by Millsap. The Hawks trail by 10. Bazemore gets the bucket.
And they definitely have the edge in those fast break points.
Greg, they sure have. I mean, maybe it hasn't helped put them in front, but they're clearly better off playing up-tempo basketball.
Pass to Carroll. And Patterson kicks to Robinson. It's stolen by Corver. Out to the wing. Fires from the corner. They grab their own miss.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Outside DeRozan. Robinson against T. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Patterson. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Shooting for Toronto, Patrick Patterson.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 9. And Patterson drops them both.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
It's deflected. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Bazemore. That one off the back iron and out. Now Robinson. Looking to get back on track here. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
At the line for 2.
And the first one drops. Robinson hits them both. T kicks to Scott. The three. That's good. And so T with the assist. And so it's Toronto winning this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, Clark, made the difference.
Well, you know, at this stage, you've got to defend your home floor, and they did that.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Oh, yeah. Good win.
Yes, guys, I'm here with Kyle Lowry. And Kyle, following this win here tonight, as you head out on the road for your next one, what, if anything, changes in terms of the team's strategy?
We just got to take on the road and do everything we're supposed to do. We do at home and take on the road. We got a tough team coming up. Well coached, play hard team, and we got to go out there and try to get that win.
Good luck out there on the road, Kyle. Thanks for the time. Guys?
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. Now we send you to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's standing by in our studio.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyle Lowry. He had a double-double and made a huge difference tonight. He never let up, and his performance really inspired the rest of his team.
It seems like Kyle Lowry just gets better with age, and his performance tonight to show you how far he's come as a basketball player. We know he's a great perimeter scorer, but now he can slice defenses up and get to the rim. It all mixes together and makes one dynamite player.
Boom, boom, boom. That's right, Ernie. Instruments. This guy was instrumental tonight in making sure they avoided a second straight loss. They needed somebody to step up tonight, and he was their guy.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, send him in. Cece.
Hey, how are you?
Good to see you again.
My pleasure.
Freak. Great game last night.
That's what I do, right?
Indeed. Have a seat. Pagnotti.
How you doing?
Thought you'd be selling used cars by now.
Funny, comedian. I thought you would have invested in some new clothes, being a team owner and all. I see you still rocking that Goodwill look.
Freak, what are you hanging around with this guy for? You know he's bad company, right?
Got no choice. He helps me pay the bills. Plus, our mother loves him.
Thank you all for coming by on such short notice.
You're welcome.
So you know why we're here, right?
Not really.
You want to negotiate an extension for Freak, right?
Well, since you mentioned it, your client is quickly becoming a liability for this organization.
We've already put a plan in place that's going to address all your concerns and issues.
Let me finish. Thank you. Myself, the front office, and the coaches are not satisfied with the adjustments you've made in your life off the court. I personally warned you about the company you keep, and we're fed up with the late nights and showing up late to shoot-arounds and the bad press and the incident at the nightclub. I told you Vic was going to be your downfall, and I was right. Something has to change now, or we're not going to need your services any longer.
If this is about that Twitter stuff, Vic was playing. Okay, it was a joke.
It's not about that. It's everything.
Like I told you before, Vic is my best friend. I can't just cut him off. He's practically family.
Not really.
What exactly are you trying to say?
I'm not trying to say anything, Dom. I'm saying it. Freak and his friend Vic are a problem for me and this organization. And I called you in here to figure out how we all together can fix this problem. And right now, I'm only seeing one solution.
I agree. that Freak may need to make some adjustments in his personal life off the court, but that's a learning process. We both know that. But this almost sounds like a threat. And Dom Pagnotti doesn't take too kindly to threats. Is this a threat?
Call it what you will.
We all know that Vic is a problem. The only person who doesn't seem to realize that is my brother. I'm sorry, bro, but enough is enough.
I don't have a problem with what you're saying. I have a problem with how you're saying it. Now, I know we can come to some understanding without all the ultimatums or threats.
Can we all come to a understanding, a compromise?
No, no more compromises. I already warned Freak. I told you. Don't be a hero. Cut that zero. It's cut Vic loose, or we trade Freak. It's that simple.
Fine, we'll go sign with another team.
Good luck with that, Pagnotti. Because of Vic, Freak's reputation precedes him.
No, because of Freak's God-given talent, his reputation precedes him.
Everybody's been talking. Dom, you know how this works. This is not about you and me and our history. This is about your client. Help him.
You talking as if I'm invisible. You talking around me, about me, but not to me. Vic has always had my back. And I've given this team everything I got. I practice hard. I play hard. Yeah, some nights I got it, some nights I don't. Some days I might even show up a little late to shoot arounds. But every time I'm on that court, I've always given my best. And I see how it is, though. I mean, us players got to be loyal to you, but you don't have to be loyal to us players. Try to give me some father and son talk, talking about how you love your players and how you look up for them. Come on, man. You trying to cut me off like you cut off Izzy. Don't you have people loyal to you no matter what? People you can't cut off? Well, that's me and Vic. Vic and me. Y'all insist, really. They could tell me stop hanging with Vic. What makes you think they won't tell me stop talking to you? You remember in 7th grade, some guys were trying to jump me over some girl. Vic was the one to get some friends just to walk me home. And when they came, we went at it, but I wasn't alone. When I got my scholarship, it was Vic who put the word on the streets that nobody should mess with me because I had a future. Vic was protecting me. And sir, I know Vic is crazy. But before all the hype and the lights, media, fans, it was just me and Vic. He's always been there. I mean, if y'all don't like that, I don't know what to say.
It hurts me to say this, but I see his point. What you don't understand is that the league doesn't have your back anymore. Not like they used to. They try, but it's too much. Social media has changed everything. And this last incident with Vic, that was the final straw.
It was a joke.
It wasn't funny. You know it wasn't a joke. Vic was defending you, stepping in to protect your honor by attacking another teammate like that. Talking about his manhood, his wife, his kids, his family, so you can be the big dog on the court? That's uncalled for.
And they all know your relationship with Vic, so they think it's coming from you.
But that's the media blowing everything out of proportion as usual.
It's not just the media. He's attacking other players, other teams. He's out of control. Vic just doesn't know how to behave.
We got guys on our squad who don't want to be here because of that beef. There is no place for that kind of inappropriate behavior in this league. If you can't trust your teammates, who can you trust?
What Vic is doing isn't right. He's bringing you down, and people can see it. I see how all the other players are looking at you. Oh, it's not cool. It's not cool at all.
What, don't talk to him? Don't hang with him?
You do what you got to do. That's your call. But let me tell you this. You asked me if I had friends that I couldn't cut off? Yeah, I did for a while. Friends, business partners, girlfriends, wives, family that I thought I couldn't cut off. But I learned that sometimes you got to make the hard decisions. I mean, some of these people, they were just bad for me. They were bringing me down. They weren't making me better. They were good for the time that they were there, but I grew up, not in age and maturity, but in mind and spirit. I was ready for the next level in my life. And I'll be honest with you, I've been on the receiving end of that. I've been cut off before myself, and yeah, it hurt at the time. But looking back, they were doing the right thing for me. Just don't tell my ex-wife that, Pagnotti.
So what's the next move?
The next move is Freaks. It always has been. Question is he ready and willing to do what needs to be done?
This is messed up.
You take a moment to think about it, but think long, think wrong. The snafu should have been cleaned up a long time ago. With or without you, we got games to win.
Freak, you gotta handle your business.
Okay, we've all said our piece. You might cut me off as your manager, but I will always be your sister. Twin, this is on you. I might not like it, but I will respect any decision you make. Yvette, please.
Cece.
Yvette.
Where's Dom?
I had him call you.
Why?
I'm gonna cut right to the chase. My brother is deeply in love with you. And I'm ready to put our differences aside if you are.
Really?
On a string.
I'm with it.
Team Freak.
Team Freak.
All right, so if you're gonna be down with the team, I gotta show you the dap.
The dap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, like this.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, shoot,
Shoot.
swish.
Swish.
Yeah. Again.
Like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Swish. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like that.
Cool, right?
Yeah.